If you want to get into fighting games, now is the time to do it. Terry and Mai are going to be in Street Fighter 6. Ken and Chun-Li are coming to Fatal Fury. Tekken 8, fantastic fucking game. The Marvel vs. Capcom collection is out. Mortal Kombat 1's DLC just dropped. A Capcom collection is dropping next year, and it includes Capcom vs SNK, bro. If you're a fighting game fan, right now is the greatest moment to get in. And now you're wondering, what controller should I buy? Fighting games, when it comes to controllers, it's preference. When it comes to NetherRealm games, I hope you're using a controller, because I doubt you want to be holding down a button to block. Now, what I use, I'm a very weird person. I use a regular Xbox controller for NetherRealm games. For 3D fighting games, I use a fight pad because of all those extra buttons you get. And for 2D fighters, I use, this is gonna get some of you guys mad, a hitbox slash the snack box. But I looked into it before buying it because I didn't want to feel like I was cheating, and they fixed the issues that this controller had. It was low-key cheating at the beginning of these controllers' inception. You're able to press right and left at the same time, which is pretty impossible going left and right at the same time, you know? But this controller made it possible. Along with up and down, you're able to do those at the exact same time. You can press all 4 buttons at the same time, which is impossible with almost any other controller. The only way you get something similar to this is with a regular controller going left and right. That's the only way you could see anything similar to that. The issue is that you're able to press everything all at the same time, and it worked. It fucking worked. You're able to do a fucking charge move. You were able just to do this at the time, which is extremely fucking like bad. It's cheating. Look, yeah, it's honestly at that point it's cheating. But now they fixed it. Now no longer does that. They fixed it, so now it's no longer cheating. It's the equivalent of using a keyboard for a fighting game, so you're good. Me personally, I wish I bought the arcade stick. I would have bought this eventually anyway, but I personally think I should have gone arcade stick before. Let me tell you something. When I bought this, I thought I was gonna be a better fighter. I was wrong. I'm gonna be shit no matter what. I'm not. I thought I was good at fighting games, but after watching all these pros, I just look mediocre. So, yeah. Now let me tell you the benefits of each controller. The reason why I go with the controller for NetherRealm games, I do not want to be holding down a button on my hitbox to fucking block the whole time and get that muscle memory, because when I play Street Fighter with controller, my brain will immediately go, why aren't I fucking blocking? Why aren't I blocking? So I don't want to deal with that when I'm holding the right trigger trying to figure out why I can't block. I don't want to wonder why I'm not blocking on King of Fighters, Street Fighter, Tekken, etc. You know? So that's why I use my hitbox. Essentially, this is what it is: a keyboard with big buttons. The benefits I do have with this over using any regular controller: charge characters are way easier on this thing. It just becomes way easier to do charge moves with this controller. The issues with this controller, though, there's no stick. There's no fucking stick. Full circle motions that you have to do in certain games, like for Zangief, for example. That's the only thing I find difficult, but there is workarounds. I believe it's this: you have to press right, down, left, and up. You have to go like. To do that little motion, and I think you're able to do it, but it's pretty difficult if you don't got sleight of hand. The website I got this from is Junk Food Arcades, and I do recommend this controller. It's pretty good. And I'm not sure if they changed this at all, but when I bought this, the hitbox, the regular, like the OG hitboxes, they didn't have an Xbox option for a hitbox. So I had to look out of my way for other people that make similar controllers, and it's Junk Food Arcades made one. At the time of buying this, they had the Micro and the Micro XL. The Micro only supported PlayStation, Switch, and PC, while the Micro XL supported Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and PC. So I had to spend a little extra for this. Now both of them work on all 4 consoles. They also sell the Micro Lite, but it only works on the Switch and PC. By the time when I bought this, only the XL worked on all of them. But if you want like an arcade type controller, like the hitbox or an arcade stick, I recommend the arcade stick because it's more universal, in my opinion. It feels more universal than using a hitbox when it comes to certain games. Tekken, I use a fight pad. It's because I main King, and King has a lot of bullshit you need to figure out, and the extra buttons make it a lot easier to play as King. Because, as you notice, there's no right stick, so I added 2 extra buttons, and you may be wondering, Where do those two buttons come from? Well, you know when you press left and right stick, or L1 and L3, those are considered buttons. Well, those basically turn them into actual buttons, which are right here. And it makes it a lot easier when you're customizing characters too, because there's a button right here that's like a file. And when you press it, I have it set where like, if I press it, it turns into a right stick. If I press it, it turns into a left stick. So it makes it useful when I'm trying to customize my characters. I can actually look at the character. For some reason, I don't know why. Some games don't let you use the D-pad to move around the selection menu. Don't understand why. So you do need this sometimes. If you skip to the end of the video, you chose the perfect spot. This is the perfect spot. I'm gonna tell you right now. Because I bought this for around $200 at the time. I bought this for $50, and ignore the fact that it's a pro controller. The standard version, $60. So if you want to go budget, go with a fight pad or a regular controller. If you only play fighting games, and you want to go budget for a controller for yourself, go with this, because you can still be a pro with one of these controllers. A lot of people that play in tournaments still use controllers or fight pads. So budget this one. It's a cheaper option. I believe it's $50. This is around $40 to $50 right here, depending on which version of the controller you get. You can always just go around with the default controller that came with the console. But if you want to feel like a fucking Chad, you go with either a hitbox or a stick. You can either go with a fight pad or a stick if you want to feel like a fucking Chad. The only controller that I'd say could make you better is the hitbox. But if you're shit like me, it's not gonna improve much. Hope you enjoyed that video.